Legends await, so dubs on the run. No turtle is safe when he's on the hunt. Witness the sack, just give it a rub. Cause who knows what you'll find. Toy hunting with Dub.
Hello friends, welcome to another video. Just kind of a regular video that we're going to talk about some things on my mind. But before we get started, don't forget to use hashtag bigdubsqueeze. Enter in July. Try to win $25 in your PayPal. Giving away $100 worth of PayPal distributions at the end of the month. Use hashtag bigdubsqueeze in my comments. Leave one positive thing you've done for yourself. Also, if you have not subscribed, please do. We are within 20 away of 5,000 subscribers. I want to give away $500 worth of stuff. Subscribe. More than anything, I want to stop saying that. And pretty soon I'm just going to stop saying it anyway because I don't like asking you for things. So I don't want to ask you for that. Although I will ask you to click the link, the Big Bad Toy Store, browse. If you pre-order, great. If you buy something, great. That helps the channel. It helps us be able to give back more. So when we give away $100 in PayPal monies, the Big Bad Toy Store helps fund that. So thanks to all of you that have been doing that. Now, let's get started. You've had an episode of some sort from Big Dub every day for like 2 weeks. And tomorrow you'll get an episode of Dub Life. Monday you'll get a Monday Motivation. Tuesday it'll probably stop. I've been trying to push to get to 5,000 subscribers, honestly, just so that I can stop saying that. I don't know that that's being very effective, but I put out a lot of content for you. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Next week we'll probably go back to the normal Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Monday Motivation, Wednesday and Friday Hunt, Sunday Dub Life. But I did want to talk, as it is, as you're watching this, the Saturday of San Diego Comic-Con, about San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Do they stink? Are they poopy? Are they diarrhea? Are they good? Are they not good? What are they for this hobby of ours? And not just San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, but all exclusives. Con exclusives, store exclusives, and we're just going to touch on that a little bit. So let's answer the question first. Are they good or do they stink? I think they stink. I think San Diego Comic-Con exclusives stink. I understand there are elements of them that are positive for the business model of the business. It is not a toy hobby, it is the toy business. You hear Mark Cardona talk about that if you listen to him ever on the podcast. It is the business, and it is the job of Hasbro and Mattel and Neca and McFarlane and Tamashii Nations and whomever to maximize profits. It is especially the job of those that are publicly held, like Hasbro, Mattel, that are public companies, because they have to maximize their shareholders' profits. So, how do exclusives help that? Well, if we talk about store exclusives, I think that's pretty cut and dry, right? There are always, at least right now, going to be Target, Walmart, those types of exclusives, specifically with Hasbro and Mattel. Because it's big business for them to sell store exclusives to Walmart. Plus, Walmart guarantees those orders, is my understanding. So if they make 100,000 Walmart exclusive product A, Walmart's buying all 100,000 up front. They're paying for them. And then Hasbro doesn't care whether you buy them or not. Hasbro doesn't care whether they get clearanced or not. Hasbro doesn't care whether you fig swap them or not. It's Walmart's problem. And they get guaranteed money from Walmart. They get a great big purchase order. Think about yourself. Anything that you might be selling. If somebody says, I'll buy a huge amount of that and I'll guarantee you this money. Versus, well, I'm going to sell it one by one by one by one by one. A lot of times you're going to go with the huge amount. And in this toy industry, that's something that they can positively report on. We've signed this exclusive contract with Walmart on these figures. So I get it. I get the store exclusives part. I don't love it. It's frustrating, but I understand it. Right? And I think they've gotten better, most of the companies, about making the store exclusives just repaints, reissues, different card art, special accessory, whatever. Not mainline characters that's the only way you can get. I think they've gotten better about that. But if you're a person like me, and a lot of us, you're a completist, you want every figure in a line, and you still have to try to get that. And it's a pain in the butt, right? But I think they've gotten better on that. So that's toy store exclusives. We'll keep that to the side. Con exclusives. Do they stink or not? Let's talk about right now. 2022 San Diego Comic-Con. And I'm just going to talk about the things that I was interested in and that I have some knowledge of. So we're going to go company by company. Mattel. They had a series of exclusives. They have Jurassic Park exclusive, a lot of different things. I think things that I was interested in was the He-Man Skeletor 2-pack for the Masterverse line. And the Mega Constructs He-Man, because we do have a lot of those He-Man Mega Constructs. Those two I was interested in. Of course, they have the WWE Ultimate 2-pack, Hogan and Zeus from No Holds Barred. Those are the three I can talk the most about. From what I'm seeing from people like Mad Hatter Reviews and Pixel Dan and the different folks that are at the show, Whoosh, Mattel seems to be selling out of their exclusives pretty early every day. And the line is very complicated to get them. It's long, you got to wait a long time. And they cap the line. You can't get in line past a certain point. So you have to just come back later and hope. And then you'll see things are sold out. All right, fine. Mattel announced ahead of time, kudos for them, we're going to come back to this, their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives would be on Mattel Creations' website today, right now, as I'm filming this, yesterday for you. They go up on Friday on the Mattel Creations website. Gave you the time, gave you the website. If you are on their email list, multiple emails, including an email about an hour ahead of time, letting you know these are about to go live. Props. Kudos for them. Excellent. Good communication. They go live. You don't like the price point. The Masterverse, $80 for that 2-pack. $80. These are figures that are looking to be some sort of repaint, Skeletor and He-Man. They have die cast. Cool. They have flocked fur on He-Man's crotch. Okay, I don't know if I needed that. But $80, special packaging. $80. Now, these are figures that are sitting in your Target store right now for $9.97 on clearance. Not these exact ones, but similar ones. So $80, that's a pretty steep markup. And yes, listen, I work in business. I understand supply and demand. I understand economies of scale, and they don't make as many, and that makes the cost per piece go up and all that stuff. I get it, right? Fine. $80. That's what the price is. And you got to tack on tax, and you got to tack on shipping. And the next thing you know, it's $100 for 2 reissue 6-inch figures. But me, I have the entire Masterverse line so far. 1 in open, 1 in the package. That's a me problem. Yes, that's a me problem. But there's a lot of you that collect that same way. So now I'm $200 into this thing. $200 to get that exclusive. And I better have acted fast. Now, I was fortunate. I got 2 of each of those, the 2-pack and the Mega Construct set. And it was $270 or something like that shipped. Some very high amount. Pay up front. All right, great. Comic-Con exclusive. They're selling them to people right now in the show. I'll probably have these in a couple weeks. I look at the date, October 30th. It's July 22nd. October 30th. This is a pre-order. That's 3-4 months away. Why is it so far away? If you're in hand selling them to people right now. Now, maybe they'll outperform that and they'll deliver them next week. But October 30th? So if it's going to be that far in the distance, how can you sell out? These things sold out in like 6 minutes, which is pretty good for a Comic-Con exclusive. How can a thing sell out if it's that far in the future? Just sell as many of them as you can and make them. And let whoever wants one get one. Now, I know that FOMO and limited edition runs and all that is generally good for the business side of toy collecting because they make more toys. And there are certainly places for that. Edition numbers on statues, things like that. But just this He-Man and Skeletor figure, why do you need to limit that? Just make as many of them as people want. Especially if you're not going to get it right away. So I didn't like that. On top of that, I had to go so fast that I did not pre-order the Hulk Hogan Zeus 2-pack. I saw that it was in stock as I was checking out, but I'm just pressing the button, hoping that the things I wanted didn't sell out. You don't dare add anything extra to the cart because you'll ruin it. And then I immediately went back in to say, man, I got several friends that may want this. Seth may want this. Josh may want this. I got several wrestling friends that may want these Ultimates. And maybe they're at work, they can't pay attention. Let me turn back and get it. Gone, sold out. Then I see a couple minutes later, Seth posts on Instagram, It sold out of his cart. It's in his cart, and they sold out. That stinks. But at least Mattel gave us notice. And if you were on right at noon Eastern, you could get it done. If you got on at 12:03, you probably weren't getting it done. And you know what? Yes, and we've all played the pre-order game long enough, and I do it with sneakers too, and some clothing drops. You got to have your information pre-populated. You got to be logged into your account. You got to have your credit card updated, all that stuff, because you got to be click, 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 click. That's just the way it goes. So that's Mattel. Hasbro, they have 2 exclusives that I'm aware of. They have the Dr. Mindbender, and they have the Boba Fett. I don't know what version of Boba Fett that is. They are not selling them at the show. They hand you a QR code, and every day they will sell a certain amount of those QR codes to people, and you can pre-order it. And then whatever's left, they will put up for pre-order after the show. Again, they communicated that ahead of time. This is the way it will work. And there will be limited amount available on Hasbro Pulse after the show. Thank you. Great. We understand. The QR code gets leaked or shared. As you can imagine was going to happen, the second somebody had a QR code at the show, they take a picture, they put it on the internet. Somebody sent it to me, and you know what? I was able to pre-order Dr. Mindbender the first night, a preview night of San Diego Comic-Con. You know how much that thing cost? $51.33 to get shipped to me. $51.33 for a 6-inch G.I. Joe figure. That again, it's not Dr. Mindbender, but you can find G.I. Joe figures clearance all over the place. We saw at Joe Fest a Kiko for $3, but the normal retail price of those is $24.99, and that's high. $51 to my doorstep. That's astronomical. And I don't know how much it is in the store, maybe $34.99 or something like that, $37.99. I don't know what the price is. But why is it so much? Why is it so much? And it seems like Hasbro is releasing a limited amount every day, and then the next day and the next day. They're trying to keep it from selling out. I think that model's fine. I don't understand why it's so much. I don't understand because the expected delivery date, December. End of December. If it's 6 months from now, just make as many of them as people want. Just do a pre-order, because this is a pre-order. It's 6 months away. It's not like I'm going to get it on Tuesday. How is that good? When the Mattel and the Hasbro, how is that a good thing for the toy collecting community? The FOMO doesn't matter, because you're not going to get it anyway for 3 or 4 months. The quickest way to get it is to buy it on eBay. And if that item, if somebody was in hand at Comic-Con and they bought it for $35, which it can't because they can't buy it online, you get it faster on eBay. That 2-pack, the He-Man Skeletor 2-pack, last time I looked was selling for like $140 or $160 on eBay. In hand, ships to you today. That's only $30 more than the price I paid directly from Mattel by the time you factor in tax and shipping, and I would get it today instead of October. How is that good? How is it good to make us do that math in our minds? How is that a good thing? That stinks. How does that help the collector? How does that help the business? They're going to sell out of them. They don't have them at the shop, the Hasbro ones. How is that positive? I don't know. Let's talk about Neca. Neca, way ahead of time, pre-orders online. For me, the cartoon Turtles 4-pack. Wasn't that hard to get. 4 or 5 minute, 10-minute sellout, something like that. They put them periodically back up every day of the show, just like Hasbro. They'll release on their Twitter. These are now live. You go back, you can pre-order it. You can buy them at the Neca booth. And that seems to be pretty easy from what people are saying. They can walk right up and buy it. Well, why is my pre-order not going to show up for like 3 months or 4 months if they have them there? Why? But Neca has improved greatly. Hats off to that. They have improved greatly on the ease of availability with theirs, and they communicated effectively. These are available initially, up front, right away. Here's your pre-order. But they didn't tell us they were going to keep doing shock pre-orders during the show. But at least they told us ahead of time. That's positive. Neca, I think, that is not a great Comic-Con exclusive. It's a great product. I love it. The Turtles 4-pack, where they're the unmutated Bebop, Rocksteady, Splinter, and Baxter Stockman. But why don't you just release those main line? Why don't you just make as many of those as people will pre-order? You're doing it with all sort of other obscure figures. Why not just make it and let how many people want them buy it? What benefits NECA by having it exclusive to Comic-Con? And I don't know if these brands are somehow incentivized by San Diego Comic-Con by the level of attention that they bring to the show. I have no idea. But does it benefit NECA or Hasbro or Mattel if more Comic-Con tickets are sold? In fact, the last time I tried to go to San Diego Comic-Con 2019, you couldn't just buy tickets. You had to enter a lottery and hope you won the lottery. And I think it's been that way for a while. So it's not like you can just buy a ticket to Comic-Con either. You have to get lucky to get a ticket to Comic-Con. And then you got to get there and you got to do all this all to get an overpriced exclusive figure. Why not just make it available? How does that help the business? A con exclusive like that. Certainly it builds hype. It builds FOMO. But that means that the business itself is building its brand off artificial hype, not the product itself. You know companies that you never see hype things up like that? Apple, the richest company in the world. Tesla, one of the richest companies in the world. Amazon. They just make the product. And sure, there's been years where it was really hard to get an iPhone and there was an event. And they said, you know what? We don't want people waiting in line for 2 days to get an iPhone. We're just going to make enough. We are just going to make enough because we'd like to get your money, customer. We'd like you to buy it from us. Tesla, while it's taken a long time to get Tesla, they are working to have a supply chain that just pushes out at least like the Model 3s quickly. Amazon, you can get their new products anytime you want. They build their brand on the quality of their item, not the hype surrounding their item. And you have to think about it, that is snowman. That is con artist. That is snake oil salesman in real life, right? If hey, step right up, ladies and gentlemen, come see the incredible shrinking man right here on the other side of this corner. Please go and give me $2. You don't want to be last because I've only got 10 tickets for sale. Come right here, $2. Only got 10 for sale. The last 10 that I'm not selling anymore. Only 10 for sale, 10 for sale. And you're like, oh my goodness, there's only 10. I got to see the incredible shrinking man. Here's my $2. And you don't think about it again. You walk in and you're disappointed. And so did the other 9 people that joined you. But that sideshow person got their $20 and they're gone. You come back out, they're gone. They got their money. And there was a shrinking man in there, but it was silly. It was a joke. It was a gag, but they got your $2. Why are these toy companies building their brand that way? They're all making exceptional product. We are in the height of toy collecting. It's the greatest time ever. I sit here and I look at these NECA turtles. I look at my Super 7 stuff. I look at my G.I. Joe or my Figure Arts. Amazing stuff. They're incredible. They're good enough to just let rest on their own. Why do we need to have Comic-Con exclusives? New York Comic-Con exclusives. And you'll say, well, hey, I get to go to Comic-Con. It's great. I should be rewarded for attending Comic-Con. Why? You have to pay to go there. You didn't do anything to go there. You just went, right? You just chose to go. So why is that an earned thing? The right to spend even more money on an overpriced item. I don't understand that either. People are going to go to the cons anyway. They've always gone to cons. Let's talk about Tamashii Nations. Bandai, SH Figure Arts, the company I have the most frustration with right now. And keep in mind, this is somebody that successfully hit on the Mattel exclusives I want. I successfully hit on the Hasbro exclusives I want at retail. I successfully hit on the NECA exclusive I want at retail. All those through their thing that I don't love. Tamashii Nations. They got 4 Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts exclusives. 4! All of them are repaints. 3 of them are the true repaints. Now, Tamashii is normal for doing event exclusive color. Manga colors versus anime colors or shiny or pearl or whatever. So they're re-releasing 3 sought-after characters. Android 16, Fat Majin Buu, Good Buu, and Shinron. All really expensive in the aftermarket right now, more than double their original price, sometimes triple their original price. Great re-releases. Perfect for Comic-Con. right? If you're going to do it, at least it's just a re-release. But then they have Super Saiyan 2 Goku with a never-before-released aura effect, and they've never released Super Saiyan 2 version of Goku. Now, they've made 72,000 Goku, but never a Super Saiyan 2 head that I'm aware of. There's a Gohan. I don't think there's a Goku with a Super Saiyan 2 head. Why is that exclusive to Comic-Con? On top of that, they have made zero communication public on if this is truly exclusive to the show. Do you have to get it at the show? Will it be up on websites later? Will it be up on Premium Bandai? Or do you just need to go to eBay? Nothing. They've not said a word. They've given no information as to if you are not at Comic-Con, you cannot get this. Why not? How is that positive for them? If you had to be at Comic-Con to get this, they should tell people ahead of time. So someone in the world may decide, I wasn't going to go to Comic-Con, but now I am. Because I need that Super Saiyan 2 Goku. But we don't know. And so you go, all right, I want these things. A lot of people think they're going to be on Premium Bandai, but they haven't announced that. So what do? Well, you start looking at eBay. And you start playing that game in your mind. Okay, eBay. Oh, I think that Shenron is like $100, $120. And so you see it on eBay, 160, 180, free shipping. Oh, if that's on Premium Bandai, they're going to charge me $20 to ship and tax. That's not that far off. Do I just buy it on eBay and I have it on Monday instead of who knows when? The Kaioken SSGSS Goku, that was the New York Comic-Con exclusive, took a year to arrive from the Premium Bandai exclusives. I had that figure for a year before the Premium Bandai release came. You don't want it anymore. The FOMO's gone. The hype's gone. The things that they're building this on are gone. No communication. That's poor. And I love Dragon Ball Figure Arts, but that's poor. Why are they not communicating what's going to happen? What possible benefit is it for them to not communicate this is when it's going to be available or it's not going to be available? I don't understand that logic. Super 7, similar to Tamashii, but also similar to the other companies. They've got exclusives that I want. They have things that I enjoy. They've got the first Ultimates G.I. Joe, a comic version of Bat. Not a necessary figure, a good Comic-Con release, color variant, comic exclusive. And they have a Lion-O color variant, glow-in-the-dark blue or something like that, the frozen one. I have all the Thundercats, so I need that Lion-O. I want to have all the G.I. Joe, so I need that Bat. All they've said is that unsold exclusives will be available on the Super 7 website the Monday after the show. But they haven't said that about the G.I. Joe stuff. They've only said that about the things at their booth, the Lion-O. They have all this G.I. Joe stuff that is exclusive to their store in San Diego, which is really cool, and I'd love to be there, where they've turned it into a Cobra headquarters, and they got a bunch of Cobra stuff. So I have no idea if that Bat is going to be available online. They've not told us. I don't know if the Lion-O is going to be available online, but we think it will be. But it may not. It may sold out. So just like the Figure Arts, you go, the eBay game. All right, how much am I willing to risk? If they don't go up on Premium Bandai, if they don't go up on the Super 7 website, these eBay prices are going to go crazy because they're still curbed by, well, they may release. They may release. If they do release, eBay prices come down. So what do? Well, you play that eBay game and you try to find the price point you're willing to pay and you try to negotiate. And how is that good for us? It stinks. It stinks. In the past, I used to collect Mezco, and Mezco is a very frustrating company to do business with. But they had con exclusives, and you'd also get them shipped to you the week later. They'd put them up. You could get them at the show. You could also order them. It was not a pre-order. You could order them. In some cases, I can remember once ordering it. It went up the Wednesday of San Diego Comic-Con. I had it before Comic-Con was over. I had it in my hand from a regular website order before some of the people at the show had it. That was great from Mezco. I don't know how they are anymore. There's a lot of ranting, and it's more just a discussion, and maybe someone will see this, maybe they won't. But why is this good? Why are these con exclusives good? I understand the store exclusives. I don't like it, but I understand it. Why is it good to make us go through these hoops? If it's the FOMO hype cycle, we as a consumer can change that. It takes a lot acting in mass, which is almost impossible to happen, but we could change that with our dollars. But why is it good? It shouldn't be so frustrating to get the things you want to get. You think about it, if you take your stuff and you remove back from your hobby, from this toy collecting hobby, and you go, why do I have to work so hard to give a multi-hundred million or billion-dollar company my money? Why can't I just give it to them? You have thing, I have money. I give you money, you give me thing. Most of the world, that's how it works. Are you willing to pay what I say it costs? You are? Yep, I'll give you thing. Here's money. But in the toy industry and a lot of the collectible space, it isn't that way. And you say, well, Dub, it's because it is collectible. These things are being made in the tens or hundreds of thousands. These are not rare. People sending this stuff off to get graded. These are not rare items. These are brand new items that they've made thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of. They're not rare. There's plenty of them out there. They're not truly collectible. They're not 1 of 100, 1 of 10, 1 of 500. Some of the Funko stuff may be. But it's a Dr. Mindbender, you know they made 10,000 of that figure or more. You know they did. Because they want money. So why not just make 80,000 and sell them to everybody that wants one? That's what I don't understand. I think Comic-Con exclusives stink. I've always thought that. This time of year always frustrates me. It's cool to see all the releases. It's great to see all these cool things and all the booths. And I love Pixel Dan's coverage. I love, especially him, because he is quickly putting things up. 2-minute clips, 2-minute clips, 2-minute clips of all the booths. And I don't watch a lot of Pixel Dan the rest of the year, but he does really great at cons, and he just gets that content out there. You can tell a lot of people in San Diego, they're going to party, hang out, have a good time or not. He's sitting there editing, upload. And he's getting that stuff out there. And I appreciate Pixel Dan and doing that because it allows us to see the things that are going on. And Neca's put out so much cool stuff. And that's especially, the Neca booth is amazing. You know, I haven't seen much new from the G.I. Joe. The His Tank looks cool. But Neca stuff has been great. But it shouldn't have to be this hard to get exclusives. That's just my opinion. That's what Dub thinks. Hope you enjoy your Saturday. Continue to watch all the Comic-Con coverage. I'll see you for Dub Life tomorrow. Squeeze it.